Certainly the biggest roster change in this matchup has to be first killer out of the equation. Now you bring in Gyro. We knew what he did on FaZe, a standout performance on that roster, but Turo and Taroko, this is such a big sophomore year for them, even with that first goal from Chicago. The Rogue have a lot to prove going into the season.
Yeah, G2 had a decision to make, right? As we see Chicago score off the setup from JNaps.
And really SSG in the top of the region, but Rogue have also a lot on their plate. You lose first killer, you bring in Gyro. I think FDOT said it best, a trade that probably works in Rogue's favor. First killer clearly was the alpha dog there, but Chicago pulling up from the back third and letting that defense fly. He immediately puts another one right down, and that's going to be the question mark for me on defense. Can Rogue sustain that offensive style attack and into the blue half, so JNaps will take the recovery, but I guess I'm just struggling to understand kind of what the play is here for Rogue. They're leaving their goal line wide open, and Taroko has to get a diving save. Rogue, I am your guy. I came from Rogue HQ out here to
go on.
Can you wake up a little bit? I don't know what's going on, but these rotations are dreadful. You look at situations like this where the presence of first killer would be immediately challenging the ball on the sidewall. So far, the only comparison we have is Gyro, and that challenge has not yet been met. The aggression not there. JNaps puts the final cap in game one as G2. They don't stomp Rogue. They just kind of handle their business. Rogue have yet to wake up.
Did not perform very well. Kind of had a fatal error in game one. Not a whole lot going on. JNaps coming in from out of nowhere. His shot set away by Turo. And then Chicago swooping right back in. I mean, it is assembly line offense right now for G2. Finally broken up, and Turo plays Drees like a book, and now it's 1-0.
That's some great challenge in midfield by Rogue. I mean, you stay alive through the corner, you survive the assault, and a punch out that Tino can take advantage of. It's the ability to call audibles on the fly that Rogue are finally starting to find that click that they needed that was lacking in game one.
Now, I don't know how you play somebody like a book. That's just, you know what? It's been a long, long day. Drees, big drive, right down the middle. G2 ties it.
And right back in it, again, pulling up from the side. And you love this play from Chicago, right? Puts it down on the ground. You don't force the challenge in the air where Gyro was already trying to meet the jump.
So just over a minute gone by, and you thought, okay, Rogue got one. Now things are turning around. Maybe not so much. JNaps has Drees downfield with plenty in the tank. Looking for the double, no. Follow-up from Chicago is in, so Drees goes for the highlight reel play, disappoints everybody, and then Chicago just clock in, clock out, all business, 2-1.
And Turo being a little bit of a liability in front of the net, doesn't jump once.
Oh, first.
Okay.
No.
I got it.
He's out of B. Getting back. Yeah, I need to try. No. I got it. You made it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's what it sounds like playing against this G2 attack. It's a lot of, he's there. No, he's already there. No, I can't go. He's there. A little bit of indecisiveness coming out from Rogue as well, but they have held the line. Only down a goal here. I mean, it could have been a lot worse from this G2 pressure.
I mean,
Drees? Almost. Gyro shuts the door.
As Rocket League comms go, that's pretty standard. That's what you're going to expect. Great shot from Chicago. Better placement on the assist. Drees, high five all around primary there as he wins the 50. Grabs boost. Gyro can do nothing. And that is just pinpoint precision.
Go from the side and draw the defense out or draw them almost into a trance.
Yeah.
And then Chicago's just sitting there right there on the doorstep, ready to put in some weak rebound or just take the pass, as he did with that last goal with a really good pass coming out from Drees. Rogue, you see they're not getting a whole lot in front of the G2 net. 30 seconds left and another one set away before it can even become much of a shot at all. This will be cleared by Chicago. They had a man coming in on the weak side, but he just didn't get there in time.
I mean, the ball control for G2 has been the entire game. That is disgusting. And with 10 seconds to go, this one, again, going to G2. They controlled the offense throughout the majority of these 5 minutes. Rogue had about 30 seconds of sustained offense. After that, you're looking at 4 or 5 shots, and that's it. It's a time to come a little bit more mature in the comms, a little bit more mature as a player, and Taroko and Turo need to feed off that. They need to respond to that veteranness that they were stuck with first killer for a while. All of them so young, didn't have really an opportunity there. This is a big year for Rogue as a whole, but G2 are not going to make it easy, and in this early matchup, you're down 2 games. You have plenty of time to bring it back, but there needs to be a spark, and maybe this carry from Gyro might be it, but with no boost, a little bit of a dream to the corner we go.
Yeah, by the way, you know that Jacob Naps, he's kind of around still. We haven't said his name at all.
Yeah.
You know, it has been Chicago and Dries doing a lot on the offensive end. Dries the setup, Chicago the finish. J-Naps has just been there at the back, just, okay, I'm the safety valve. Nobody's getting by me. This time he gets the assist. Chicago gives G2 a lead in game 3.
This is an insane read and jump.
We've seen Chicago go way up the ladder and then come down with still like 30, 40 boosts. Like, that is insane. We see players all the time. They try to jump like that. I don't know what happened to Gyro there. I think he was trying to avoid I think he was trying to run interference, and it actually worked out. Imagine that.
I think Taroko got a slight bump. And you keep Dries with little boost, and he has to fly through the sidewall. Tino trying to read it now. Great second touch from Taroko. Where is Gyro on the play? Late to the party. And now a breakaway chance for G2. Rogue have to be careful here. This is where Chicago gets dangerous. Set back to J-Naps, and the interception from Tino will keep Rogue alive for the moment. You need to clear that ball away, as Dries will now fight it through the corner. Who's going to get there first? Taroko wins the battle in traffic. Here comes Chicago, setting it up once more. J-Naps is going to get there, and J-Naps to Chicago. The flip in and the goal from Dries. It's game number 3 to G2. Clinical in that offensive third, and the goal line pressure comes big once again.
Well, that's got to be heartbreaking for Rogue as well. G2, 3. Rogue, 0. It has been done before, but not often in the 6-year history of competitive Rocket League, as Dries will bring that to his own corner. Again, very patient play out of G2. We'll see if Rogue can ever punish them for it, because G2 have been very comfortable playing on their own back line. Taroko with the dunk, and Rogue has the lead in game 4.
Already getting involved. Gyro, beautiful read and patience in the corner. The wherewithal to play through the possession, keep the ball up. A lot of last season's transgressions and kind of second guessing came down to the confidence. When Turo is playing confident, he's one of the most fun players to watch because he's so good extending the ball. But when he's not feeling like he's on everyone else's game, it gets difficult, and Taroko is a sniper from any angle. Rogue have some life in this series.
We have seen this before from Taroko, even going way back, shuts down the counterattack, and now Rogue back in business. Maybe not. Timely demolition on Taroko, and that opens things up for the ball to come right back downfield, and G2 takes over. Oh, so quickly! Are you kidding me, Chicago?
Gyro just whiffs on this hit, and Chicago with the back floater. Dries secures.
When they put him on the roster, first of all, I was super happy. I'm a huge Chicago fan. No hiding my bias at all. Second, man, he is so good, so smart, so quick. And now J-Naps just screening off the defense, and Dries will tie the game. 2 big goals out of the new guy.
And this is why they brought in Dries, to make those quick decisions upfield, the ability to fly into the play, get the read.
Taroko now to the back wall. Nobody else can follow that play up, though, and he ran completely out of boost. You can watch him just tracking this ball all the way back, hoping his teammates come through. Gyro does initially. Now Taroko's got to send one out of harm's way. It's right at Dries. Another bump along the goal line. Dries has another.
It seems like whenever there's a chance, whether it's the bump that opens it up, you respect and rely on Dries, and he doesn't miss. He finishes right over Turo, and that's a pass and a shot that Turo should be able to read. That is an opportunity that we have seen him save before. Right now, Rogue are very much struggling when it comes to those quick decisions, the ability to get in and out of the play, and sometimes you talk too long and things happen. You just die a villain when you started a hero.
Well, as I get panned for pointing out often, at least they had boost. G2 are off the hook for now. J-Naps had to range back and get one more stop. So G2 had their go early in OT. Rogue have answered back with a flourish of their own. Nobody has scored. That may end up an own goal, though, off of Dries. Little pull shot off the side. And now finally things look like they might settle down.
Well, G2's winning every first touch. Now it's a foot race to the corner. Who gets there first? A pinch out to Dries. What a touch, and what a save from Gyro to fly out of the back of the goal line.
Very wary of that. Jumped right on him and made sure he didn't have any time to set anything up. Now he's up the ladder again. 2.5 minutes into overtime. We keep on dancing, maybe as long as Dries will let us. Nothing there, and it gets through yet again. Taroko, it's an open net, and it sails home. Rogue, keep us going.
This is the potential of this Rogue team when they get scrappy, when they get in the thick of it. They play so well, and that is what the coaching is all for. That is what Gabe does well, right? Telling them, hey, hang at the midfield line, get in G2's face, stay in the play, stay involved.
He could not commit, but then just the threat of a challenge forced a commit out of Rogue, and kind of worked out for G2. That could have been a very dangerous Rogue attack that was thrown off by the fake. And now it's going to be Tino looking for somebody to pass to. He's got Taroko, and that longtime duo comes through 1-0 to Rogue.
You got to love the execution here and the confidence. Turnturo sticking with the play. That is huge. And Taroko.
Very, very narrow 1-goal lead. Taroko going to call his own number here. He's got Gyro waiting, who has not scored yet in this series, and he couldn't get a touch there. Jane Apps just guides this out to the corner where Chicago was headed. Great communication defensively with the teamwork out of G2, and they can work back down into Rogue territory and get a good-looking shot on. It's Chicago again. He had gone a little cold, and now he's right back on the warpath.
I don't think we've seen a shot from Chicago that's landed for a goal in this series that hasn't come from the air.
Came up empty, so they have to start from square one. Still in a tie game and with a massive series lead. Jane Apps, okay. We saw Astral do that a few times. Chicago now double on the way, and he's pushed it wide.
I mean, you don't often see Jane Apps go for that, but if he hits
No?
it, I mean,
Well, he'll hit
why
that.
not? Yeah, you'll go for that, Jane Apps, for sure. 2-1 to G2.
A little more in his element. The degree of difficulty
Stick
just
to
a
what
little.
you're good at.
Right. He certainly delayed Rogue, and every second at this point is precious with 1:20, and the pressure's got to be mounting on Rogue, knowing they've got the lower bracket in their sights if they can't come back here.
Yeah, don't forget, this is a 3-1 series lead right now for G2. And with all things considered, Rogue have played relatively well in the past 2 games, but it's got to come down to the scoreline. That one might be it, though. With 1:05, Dries showing up once again, proving that this decision on this roster was the right call. This kid has been executing all day.
Heads up play defensively by G2, not playing into that at all. Rogue tried to get clever. It did not work. They're going to keep Gyro scoreless here in his first match with Rogue in WePlay, and G2 takes the series 4-1.